Carl Jung explained how to read the human mind. Only 1% can do it. Most people believe they understand others, but they don't. They listen to words, observe actions, and assume intent, yet they miss the deeper forces shaping every decision. Carl Jung believed that the human mind does not operate primarily through logic, but through symbols, instincts, and unconscious patterns. According to Jung, only a small percentage of people ever learn how to truly read another human being, because most never learn how to read themselves. This is not surface psychology. This is the architecture of the mind. Jung warned that modern humans live under a dangerous illusion, the belief that consciousness is in control. In reality, much of human behavior is driven by forces buried deep below awareness. The mind you show the world is not the mind that makes your choices. Jung called this outer self a persona, a social mask designed to gain acceptance, approval, and safety. From childhood, humans are trained to polish this mask, to hide weakness, anger, fear, and desire. But what is hidden does not disappear. It forms a shadow. The shadow is not evil. It is unacknowledged truth. Jung said the shadow contains everything we refuse to admit about ourselves: aggression, envy, ambition, vulnerability, even power. The more a person denies their shadow, the more it controls them unconsciously. This is why people overreact, sabotage themselves, or repeat the same mistakes without understanding why. The 1% operate differently. They observe their reactions instead of justifying them. Jung explained that emotional reactions are signals, not accidents. If something triggers you, it is touching something unresolved inside you. This is how the human mind reveals itself. When someone constantly criticizes others, mocks weakness, or attacks certain behaviors, Jung believed they're projecting disowned parts of themselves. Projection is one of the strongest tools of the unconscious. People see in others what they cannot face within. This is why conflicts escalate, why hatred spreads, and why people fall into blind loyalty or blind opposition. Jung also explained love through this lens. People believe they fall in love with a person, but Jung argued they fall in love with an image created by the unconscious. Early attraction is projection, the mind placing its inner desires onto another human being. That is why love feels destined at first and disorienting later. When the projection fades, reality appears. The 1% understand this and do not confuse intensity with truth. They study patterns instead of chasing emotions. Jung warned that intelligence without self-awareness is more dangerous than ignorance. A brilliant mind controlled by unconscious fear can justify cruelty, obedience, and destruction. History proves this repeatedly. Jung observed that societies are shaped not by conscious thought, but by collective unconscious forces, myths, symbols, and archetypes. Leaders who understand this can move masses without logic. Those who don't become part of the crowd. The unconscious mind responds to symbols, not arguments. That is why propaganda works, why trends spread, and why fear overrides reason. Jung believed modern humans are more distracted than ever, surrounded by noise, yet disconnected from their inner world. Distraction is not accidental. It keeps the unconscious unexamined. To read the human mind, Jung proposed disciplines that most people avoid. Silence, because the mind reveals itself when external stimulation stops. Reflection, because repeated behaviors are messages. And shadow integration, because accepting your capacity for darkness gives you control over it. Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This was not poetry. It was a warning. Most people believe life happens to them. The 1% understand they're being guided by unseen patterns. Jung also spoke about individuation, the process of becoming whole. This is not becoming perfect. It is becoming honest. It requires facing contradictions, accepting flaws, and integrating suppressed parts of the self. Few attempt this because it is uncomfortable. It destroys false identities. But Jung believed this was the only path to freedom. A person who understands their unconscious cannot be easily manipulated, cannot be controlled by fear, and cannot be reduced to a role. Jung believed the most dangerous people are not evil, they are unconscious, and the most powerful people are not dominant. They are aware. Awareness breaks patterns. Once you see how the human mind operates beneath the surface, you begin to read pauses, reactions, contradictions, and silence. You see why people repeat relationships, why they sabotage success, why they fear freedom more than failure. This knowledge does not make you superior. It makes you responsible. The 1% are not special by birth. They are disciplined by awareness. Carl Jung did not teach how to control others. He taught how to stop being controlled. This is why his ideas are rarely taught deeply. A conscious mind is difficult to govern. This is the hidden system operating beneath human behavior. Once you recognize it, you cannot unsee it. Once you understand it, you no longer move blindly through life. This is the hidden system. If this documentary expanded your thinking, like the video, it helps this channel reach deeper minds. Subscribe to The Hidden System for documentaries on psychology, power, human behavior, and the unseen forces shaping society. And tell us in the comments, do you believe most of your choices are truly yours or shaped by forces you've never examined?